Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to the Music Addict Podcast. I am George, the Music Addict, and today we got something a little bit different for you guys. Normally I have pre-recorded tracks by every artist, but today we're going to do a little live in-studio session. So with me I got Isaiah Hayes. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, so basically you guys know the deal. We talk to each artist and each band, basically have the same stuff to talk about. So here we go with this. So all right, you said you've been playing music for around 6 years or so?
Yeah, I picked up guitar, and that's really when I'd say I started playing music. I had an interest since I was really young, but I'd say around 2011, right before the military is when I picked up guitar and really started working with music.
Okay. And you said, so what mainly got you into playing guitar? I mean, was there any other instruments involved, or just it was always guitar, or?
I originally started off with a keyboard I got in like 7th grade,
Okay.
just kind of messing around with that, and that's what spiked my interest. From there, I decided to go into singing, and I picked up the guitar, so I'd had something to supplement, my voice. Yeah.
And what was the key factor, like, getting you to actually start wanting to play guitar? Because, I mean, everyone has, like, something, like, people just, like, family members music-wise, or something, like, just sparked, like, music just was always, like, part of you, or what?
Music's always been really, really big for me. My grandfather played guitar a lot growing up, way different
nice.
than like my kind of style, but maybe that partially influenced why I wanted to get into it. As far as why I chose that instrument to keep going with.
All right, cool. So you were saying there's kind of a story behind you mainly kicking off, like, into your actual, like, wanting to do music, like, career-wise and stuff like that?
Yeah, so it's actually kind of a little bit of a sad story. I, like I said, had an interest in, like, creating music and being part of that. I didn't really ever think about singing for a while. Mm-hmm. Growing up, my mom had a friend that we visit constantly, and she, really liked that I was about music, and she, was always encouraging me, like, oh, you should sing, and it just wasn't for me. But she made me learn a song, and every time we'd come over there, she'd make me sing it with her, and I just did it just to be nice. But what ended up happening is she had a really, like, violent husband or whatever, and he ended up taking her life. And
wow, that sucks.
Yeah, and I grew up with her son, who was about a year older than me, and, like, so he used to always ask me to, like, play that song, sing the song that she liked, and
nice.
From there I just kind of going with it, ended up finding huge passion and love for singing, actually.
Okay. And how long have you been writing your own songs for? Because I know you have, like, some of your own songs that you write. How long have you been doing your own music?
Well, I actually was on the keyboard, mainly doing my own stuff. It wasn't very intricate, but I would say that started all the way back in, like, 7th grade. But when I actually started, doing verses, choruses, singing, and everything that, something more structural, I would say that happened around 2011 when I picked up the guitar.
Oh, okay, nice. So what kind of influence would you say you have in music? Like, what bands, artists, and stuff like that, like, have you been listening to that, like, want to make you write more kind of music? Like, what drives you to make your music that you make?
Well, actually, according to other artists that I've talked to, I have a kind of weird writing process. I don't generally am inspired by anything. I have a desire to play every day. So I come home, I play guitar, and I kind of just mess around with chords. And if something kind of flows, then I stick with it, and I keep working, polishing it over. And if it becomes something, it does. If not, it doesn't. But as far as other artists, there wasn't a lot of artists that really inspired me as far as to get into singing. But recently, a few years ago, I got into an artist named Hosier. The biggest song he's got is "Take Me to Church." That was on the radio
I've heard
for
the name before, yeah.
Yeah, and looking into his stuff, it was really cool to see some kind of, like, rhythm and blues make it onto the radio. And he's a younger guy, and it was just really cool. Soulful music, I guess, really gets to me because I like to hear someone feel their music.
And,
so that's very inspiring for me anytime I hear anything like that.
Nice. All right, well, I said you got a few songs that we're going to play. I said this is all going to be raw, uncut, barely edited shit you're listening to, so if you hear a mistake or whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. But, so you got a few different songs here that you want to play. Let's just pick one off the list. Let's go with Royalty Falls.
Royalty Falls. All right.
Yeah. Sorry. Here's one of his originals. Like I said, this is live recording. This isn't pre-recorded tracks or anything like that. So you guys are getting a real treat because this is something that I can rarely do. So check it out. Give him listen to what he can do. All right, go take it away, man.
I know somewhere in the daylight we lost ourselves, then realized that it grows from the dark side, lost in its way. But when the soldiers come, we hide our wealth. Pull out your script or expose yourself. Then you say, fuck to the rest, fuck your distress, find sanity and grace. Go tell the crowds we found the crown, and we say, death to the king, his staff in his ring, hold it for eternity. Step down, hold the crown, it's only for now. Death to the king in a wedding ring, he felt the weight of our soul, and he couldn't hold. In this way we've come undone, and now pray to find death's remorse, wheeling on everlasting love. And you say, death to the king, his staff in his ring, hold it for eternity. Step down, hold the crown, it's only for now. Death to the king in a wedding ring, he felt the weight of our soul, and he couldn't hold. Fade away, keep on drifting. I hate to say, but praise our King. Oh, just fade away, keep on drifting. Oh, I hate to say, but death to the king, his staff in his ring, hold it for eternity. Step down, hold the ground, it's only for now. Death to the king in a wedding rings, he felt the weight of our soul, and he couldn't hold.
So that's Royalty Falls.
Nice. That was fucking bad, man. That shit was
Thanks.
dope.
Appreciate it.
Now, okay, so some of your lyrics in there, is there anything from that song, like, is there any kind of backstory with it? Is there anything, like, that led you, I know you said you have a different writing process and things like that, but a lot of times, every artist that I've ever known, they always have something that drives them to write a song. Is there any kind of, like, backstory with that song, or it's just something that just, like, you just started flowing with and it worked, or is there any kind of, like, any kind of premise, I should say, behind the song?
Actually, so majority of my music, there really isn't. It really just starts off with me freestyling and just going from there, and an idea will spark and I kind of run with it. There's probably a handful of songs that have like a personal tie to it. So
Right.
This one isn't, unfortunately.
Right. Well, that's crazy because you know what? Like I said, I've known a lot of artists in my time. I've known like bands. I've known like rappers and like hip hop artists. It's hard to actually do something similar to what you're doing because, you know, it takes for a lot of people. It takes something to happen or something to going on for them to drive themselves to write a song because you know music is a passion and music is a love. So in order to like write something, it's like the fact that you're able to do it just like off your head and everything like that without having like something driving you to write that is fucking amazing. And I like that about it because it's hard to find something like that. You know, artists are sometimes they're prima donnas and like they feel like, you know, oh, I'm writing this song for this person or this reason, which is how artists are. But in order to do something just off kilt and like without any kind of like premise or something, it's fucking amazing. I love the fact that you're able to do that. like I said, I've been around artists my entire life, and it's rare to find artists who can match their music with their vocal styles and stuff like that, the way you're doing it, and it sounds fucking amazing.
Well, I mean, I really appreciate it, and the funniest thing is I kind of just dove into music. You know, I taught myself guitar, I taught myself how to write music, and taught myself how to sing. So, you know, I'm finding that a lot of my ways are pretty unconventional and a little unorthodox for a lot of other musicians. You know, which actually could be a pretty big struggle sometimes when it comes into joining bands because you know there's a common process that I just don't tend to follow. You know.
And have you ever been in any form of band, or you ever tried to start a band, or?
So yeah, I actually was in a band that didn't go anywhere, do anything. You know, we wrote some music together, but didn't really follow through. We played at maybe 1 or 2 shows at a bar.
Okay.
That was like an alternative kind of rock feel. And then after that, I did a I guess semi cover band. We did half and half covers and originals. And then with that, I did a lot of blues and some Beatles, of course, stuff like that, things from that kind of era, that kind of genre. And the most recent band, which was about 2 years ago, was something that I did. I was asked to join as clear vocals, and I did it for myself as a challenge, I guess, as a personal challenge, because it was metal music, and I don't know anything about metal,
Well, you don't need to know a lot about You don't need to know a lot about certain things just to be able to do it. Because like I said, the way your vocal stylings are and the way you write music, that actually can attribute to being able to play for any type of music. So like you said, like since you write songs like off the cusp and things like that, you can do a lot of different types of music without having to limit yourself. Because a lot of artists, like some people tend to like play one style of music, which is no issue. But the way you write your songs, actually, it sounds like you can actually broaden horizons and play different kinds of music and vocalize for different kind of stuff like that. So, I mean, something like that would actually be interesting into doing, too. Just like future reference and stuff like that. But, it's, I said, your musical writings is fucking, it sounds amazing. So I said, there's a lot of things you can do, but I mean, it's all up to you. I know you're saying you're trying to get recordings done right now, or have you found anybody, or are you still looking for somebody to do it, or...
Well, finding places to record there's always been a plethora of people like offering to record, because it's one of those like I scratch your back, you scratch mine, they're putting out their work while putting out my work at the same time. But I think just recently I got to a point where I feel like my music, my voice, and my music and all the different aspects have matured to a level where I feel like it's worth investing into, because I felt like before, if I would have been jumping the gun, pre-releasing stuff that I know I could, they could be better, and that probably, I should polish more. So, I recently moved to Chicago, to kind of help with the networking, finding more places to open mic, more, producers, more, there's just more everything in Chicago, so that's where I'm going right now. I'm talked to a few people in my area about producing. There's a few people that reached out to me. So that's kind of like where I'm standing right now with that. Okay.
Well, that's cool. I mean, we have a local producer around here who records and do things like that. Julio Ibarra. He's the guy who runs Lotto Fest usually.
Okay.
Yeah, he does recording and stuff like that. So I mean, I can hook you up with him. Try and talk to him. See if you want, something like that. Because he does a lot of recordings for like people in the neighborhood and stuff like that. He's good at what he does. He actually recorded Pepsi's band when they did it like a year or two ago.
Nice. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So he does really good work. He knows what he's doing. So I mean, yeah. I know you played Vlado Fest. Was it last year or the year before?
I want to say it was the year before.
Yeah.
I want to say it was the year before. Yeah.
Yeah, you were one of the opening acts and stuff like that. And you sounded amazing, and like the quality of music that you put out is pretty great. And so you haven't played like anywhere like at all recently, like no kind of bars, no like open jam sessions anywhere or anything like that?
I mean, I've done some local things. I've played at like small house parties. I actually recently had someone ask me to play for them. They're proposing to their partner wanted me to play, nice. As a background. It's like little odd things like that kind of just fall into my lap. But like I said, as far as actually getting out there and doing everything, that's kind of what I'm working on right now. Is networking with the right people, so I'm headed in the right direction.
That's cool. Have you ever tried going to like Subterranean stuff like that? Because they do a lot of open mic nights over in Wicker Park. Like they
Oh,
do a lot
okay.
of open mic nights. Even around here, sometimes like we'll have like acoustic shows and stuff like that. I actually think someone is setting up an acoustic show relatively soon. I don't know the exact date, but I can look it up. If you want, I can put you on that over here. If you want to
Yeah,
get into something
maybe
like
let me
that.
know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that's not a problem. Let me see. Hold on a second. But I mean, other than that, I mean, that's the thing. Music's a passion, and just seeing you play, you have a very deep rooted passion in it, and I love that. It's fucking amazing. But let's see. You got a few other songs that you want to play here. Is there any specific order of songs you want to play? Any one of these? I mean, it's up to you,
No, I
man.
mean you could go ahead and pick, and I can just kind of.
All right, let's
go
do
with it.
let's see this one. Which one's that? Let's go Deadbeat.
Deadbeat.
I like
Okay,
the
so
sound
this
of
is
that.
actually one of the handful of songs I said has a personal tie. It originally
Okay.
didn't start that way. It was just I was just trying to. A lot of my music tends to gear itself into like the slower direction because
Right.
my original influences were, like I said, were like soulful things. You know?
Okay, yeah.
So I've been challenging myself to do more upbeat type of
Okay.
music. And so this was like my attempt of trying to go upbeat.
All right.
And then so I'm bisexual, and I don't know my father
Okay.
well, but I like he's been in and out of my life, but he's been gone since I was like 2.
Okay. That sucks.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
At this
I
point.
Shit is, yeah.
Yeah,
The whole
you know.
world's fucked up.
Right. There's worse things too. So
Right, yeah.
but oddly enough, he has me on Facebook. Still haven't talked to him in years, and I had posted pictures of me and my partner, and whatever. And I've been openly bisexual for a few years now. Like,
All right.
yeah, like 5 years, I'd say. And once he's seen that, he decided to like Facebook officially disown me or something because he's seen
Fuck that shit.
And it is what it is.
Yeah,
Like I said,
but yeah, I get you.
But so I decided, since I was in the process of writing this song, to kind of change it up a little bit and write it about him. So that's where the title "Deadbeat" comes from.
Okay. All right, we'll go have at it, man.
Beat of the year goes to you, but I have some fear that in 1, 2, 3 years you come back to me. I'm gonna have to push you away, and I can't play your dirty twisted games, and I know you never intended to stay. Keep a promise to me, though you never could before. No more teetering in and out, living life in such a doubt, and I give it all to have you home. When I was young, but you dropped the hammer, you made it so hard for us. I don't have time for this, you're just that weight, a chain holding me down. You dropped the mic, you made it so hard for us. I don't have time for this, there. There I was thinking we could reveal something, but I guess you get to choose. Promises only complicate this. I'd rather have less to lose. I couldn't feel, just needed more. Please leave the keys and lock the door as you leave. And And in 1, 2, 3 years you come back to me. I'm gonna have to push you, and I'm gonna have to push you away, away. And I'm gonna have to push you, I'm gonna have to push you out of my mind. I'm gonna have to push you, I'm gonna have to push you at the edge of my time. I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to give you the deadbeat of the deadbeat of the deadbeat of the year. You're the deadbeat of the deadbeat of the deadbeat of the year.
At the end, I had a little mess up, but that's essentially the song "Deadbeat."
You know what? That's what live recordings is all about, man. You know what? Little mess ups like it, dude. You can't even tell you messed up. That shit. Your vocalizations are amazing, man. Like they're fucking amazing.
Wow, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've heard so many different musicians over the fucking past. I couldn't even tell you 20-something years, and you've got a fucking amazing voice, dude. Believe me. We have roughly, I'd say, 4 music festivals coming up over this next summer, this coming summer. I will try. I'm gonna do everything I can, talk to everybody that I can, to try and put you on the bill for every single one of these fucking shows.
Oh man, I would appreciate it. I absolutely love playing for people. I honestly enjoy music more vicariously. I like to see other people enjoy what I'm putting out.
Definitely, yeah. Like I said, we got Vlado Fest coming up again. Nest Fest over at Crowbar on 106th Street. That's in August. I'm gonna talk to Mikey Ramirez. Oh yeah, anybody, if you're interested in playing Nest Fest or something like that, which is August 19th, if I'm not mistaken, go to Crowbar, talk to Mikey Carroll, Mikey Ramirez, any one of those guys. They can help you out with all that. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna talk to them. I'm actually gonna go see them today. So yeah, I'll go talk to them about putting you on that bill, especially for that one. Vlado Fest, we can try and get a hold of Julio, have him put you on there. There's a couple other things coming up around here that I would like to try and put you on, because I want people to hear your fucking music, dude. I mean, your like I said, I can't get over your vocalization skills. They're fucking amazing.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll do. We'll try and do something like that. I'll try and hook you up with some of those guys, get that stuff going for you. What else do you want to talk? What kind of stories you got about pertaining to yourself in music wise?
Well, I'd like to start off and say, like, vocals, like after I started jumping into singing, I really started working on polishing my vocals. I try to really push anyone that's got an interest in music, especially vocals. I hear people saying, oh, I wish, I asked if they could sing. They're like, oh, I wish I could sing. I wish I had a recording of when I first started. I mean, no one would have thought I would have continued. No, I had no business continuing singing, from where I started. But
shit,
I honestly think, like, if anyone, puts your mind to something, you can go for it. I kept trying, and I still got a ways to go. There's still a lot more I want to be able to do that I want to work with,
definitely.
So I started off really going to like open mics and stuff. That's kind of how I first put my music out there.
Right, yeah.
And I had a pretty decent reaction from people from some of my stuff, and that really like gave me the motivation to keep going and pushing through with my music. And I say that I don't have any personal ties to the music, and I guess that more pertains to the lyrics and what the song's about. But I definitely channel some like emotions, I guess you could say.
Right, yeah, you have to, yeah.
Yeah, to get the songs across, I've had a difficult upbringing or whatever, and I definitely say it'd be my muse. Music's been the most consistent thing in my life.
Right, yeah, that's how it is for a lot of artists. It takes personal struggles to actually accomplish great things, especially in music.
Yeah,
That's a big thing.
I seen a quote once that said, "An artist is the creative child that survived," or something like that.
Yeah,
something along those lines. And I like that.
I get it.
Yeah, a lot of people I know that are artists, they definitely had to push through some stuff.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's like I said, you need to struggle in order to survive. And the only way you can survive is by pushing through the shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, other than that, man, I mean, like I said, how long did it take you, like, I wouldn't say master your vocal ability, but I mean, everyone has issues when starting off, like where you're always like with your pitch and stuff like that, you're able to do it very good. Did you have any issues like starting off, like working with your vocals or anything like that, or like was it always like did it just always come naturally to you when singing, or?
Well, no. One of the things that I look at when I look at a lot of bands is like, for example, I think it's the Foo Fighters. There's a lot of songs that as soon as they start by the Foo Fighters, I know it's the Foo Fighters. I like their music. I love a lot of their songs and everything, but I know when the Foo Fighters are on.
Right, yeah.
So to me, I think my biggest first struggle was to try to make sure that I had that versatility in my voice. I started
Okay.
off real plain, just I understood how to hit pitches and I had a small range.
Okay.
And that's kind of where I started off with. And I actually used the keyboard to help track my range and like kind of work on moving it forward. And what I would do is I'd play like, you know, some artist or a song that I really like. I mean, and I'd play it loud as hell.
Yeah.
And I would just do my best to honestly just mimic the artist so I can kind of learn how they sing and pay attention to, you know, the different things they're doing, you know, to make their song work. And I just kind of kept that in mind as I kept doing different artists, different genres and everything like that. And that's still what I'm doing. And that's why I joined the metal band. I really wanted to get some kind of influence, you know, something different from what I, you know, already had, you know.
Oh, okay, nice. Another artist you might be interested in, I don't know if you ever, and you've probably heard of the band Faith No More, I'm assuming before.
Faith No More?
Yeah.
You know, they sound familiar. I'd probably have to hear
Look
some.
up Faith No More and the singer Mike Patton. Listen to that fucking guy's vocal ability. It is a sight to see the way he can do things.
Really?
And just like seeing the way that you're able to do things, like I see a lot of like the stuff that he did, like you could be able to do that. Because his vocal ability is like it's phenomenal because he can go from a deep growl to a high pitched scream in a drop of a second, like from one split second to another. There's what is it? They've played the song "Epic" in his when he was younger. He had a higher pitched voice. Now when you hear him sing, he sounds like he's been chewing on gravel for the last 25 years. But I mean, yeah, you can check him out. Something like check out Faith No More. I mean, I love that band. They're fucking amazing. That's one. Those guys are fucking dope.
I'm gonna have to definitely look at them. I mean, like I said, the name sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah,
so
I mean they've been out since like the early '90s.
Oh yeah, so I'm sure I've heard something
playing,
by them. You know.
Yeah, one of their most iconic songs is "Epic."
Epic.
So yeah,
Epic by Faith No More.
Yeah, so check them out. Check him out, and then some of his other stuff because he's got like a couple other bands and like solo things that he's done in the past as well. Mm-hmm. Like I said, like the vocal side. So basically, what you were saying though, like I changed the topic back. Sure. You basically self-taught to be a vocalist.
I'm self-taught with all my instruments so far. Yeah.
Wow, that's that. I mean, to teach yourself how to play one instrument is a feat within its own, but you actually taught yourself how to harmonize and vocalize and everything like that, which is amazing because you know, a lot of people can't do it. Some people just naturally have the talent, and some people don't. You know, which is that's what happens. That's why music artists come and go, but you're actually able to teach yourself how to do everything, which is fucking insane.
I almost gave up on guitar, I'll be honest. It took me about 3 months before I even seen progress. Like I was remembering the chords, but the way it was sounding was so terrible, and I almost gave up, and just one day something clicked. And that's how it seems to be so far with everything in music with me. I can't do it. I can't do it. Then at one day just something snaps and I get it. You know, with guitar, I used a lot of YouTube, you know, watching other people play.
Right, yeah,
guitar, Ultimate Guitar Tabs was huge.
Yeah.
Vocally, the keyboard was instrumental on finding harmonies and stuff.
Right,
you
yeah.
know, things like that were really, really big help. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I love it. I want to pick up more instruments. Definitely, I want to be as versatile as I possibly can. You know. But
well, that's cool. Like I said, I mean, like you said, doing all that stuff, especially all on your own. That's a feat in its own. And you're a younger guy. How old are you now?
I just turned 25 last month.
And you basically mastered the guitar pretty much. You've mastered vocalization in a very astonishing way for barely being 25. And that's a feat within its own. Because Peps, you could even attest to that. I mean, how hard is it to actually master vocalization? Someone like you who's been in music for fucking forever. Yeah, I've been right there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, like I said, music is a passion, man, and like you have a deep passion for it, which is fucking amazing to see. That's because it's like stuff I've touched on before on other episodes is music seems to be a dying art amongst certain people. But like you were saying, you're constantly like trying to go to like open mics and stuff like that. It's like I talked about with other people. People don't believe in doing the footwork anymore and getting out there and running through and dragging their fucking heels through the dirt to actually do something.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you're still doing it. It gives me hope for music still. Because everyone just wants to throw their shit on YouTube and try to be the next fucking star. But I like the fact that you're running through the dirt. That's fucking amazing to me. I like to hear that, and I love to see that.
Chicago's been pretty inspiring. I found a lot of artists like that,
Yeah, definitely.
In when growing up in Indiana, I feel like I got more of that other end, where you're saying like people just want to upload stuff,
right? Yeah.
But yeah, in Chicago, I see people playing outside, or if I'm walking around with my guitar, someone will stop me, ask me to play, and then someone else will just randomly join. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I absolutely love it. I'm so excited for this consistent summer weather so that I can be outdoors again. And
spend some time up in Wicker Park, like over around outside, like Subterranean and Debonair and stuff like that. Like I was up there last night, and there was a good amount of people, and everyone was just having a good time, like listening to music, playing music. Like Debonair had they just had a bunch of guys. I think they had been like a open mic thing over there last night, or like at Subterranean they had a reggae night last night.
Oh, nice!
And that the line was around the goddamn corner. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever been to Subterranean. I mean, it's a smaller place. It's like in the middle of the block, but the line was to the corner and wrapped around for people trying to get into Subterranean.
That's crazy.
Because like this thing about Subterranean, like I think it's Tuesdays or Mondays they have like open mic, like hip hop stuff, and then like they have reggae nights, and then they have like open seat, like rock nights and stuff like that. So places like that are a good places to check out. So like Debonair Social Club, Subterranean, any of those like smaller like venues like that are places to go just to like get some kind of, I wouldn't say more inspiration, but just to see like other types of music that people are doing, especially in the city, because there's still a lot of music in the city.
Yeah, definitely.
I say it's just this corner of the world is like slowly dwindling.
Yeah.
We still got Flabby Hoffman.
True, we still have Flabby Hoffman though. That's very true. But let's hear another song, man. I like hearing you fucking sing.
Sure. What's next?
Let's go with We're Not Free.
Oh, okay. So this is probably one of my favorite songs.
Nice.
I enjoy playing it. I enjoy singing it. It's a challenging vocally. It's a little bit challenging on the guitar. So I really like this song. I wrote it my first summer in Chicago, actually.
Oh, nice. So, take it away, man.
Whoa, yeah. Let's be real for a second and just hear what would happen. This tragic life is hapless, but we coexist with madness. The way we bleed, it is biomorphic. Spill your soul to fuel the worships. There's a wind on the yardstick away. In view in distance, but I missed it, 'cause we're taught it's non-existent. As we slave away resistance, all we breathe is insignificance. At a glance as I walked away, broke the trance and the truth ricocheted in my mind. But not free, yeah. But not free, yeah. We're not free. We're not free, yeah. We're not free. Free, yeah. We're not free. Here we are again, ready to fake it at this masquerade we attend. Drowning their optimism. On your back, expect their dogmatism. The rhythm of the wisdom is sung at the shrine. It's just a broken leading the blind. Our mind declines as we down binds. We're not free here. We're not free. Free here. walked away, and the truth ricocheted in my mind. We're not fine, we're not alright. We're not free here. We're not free here. We are not free here. We must obey.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite ones. Some of my songs, especially if we go back to my original, like my very first originals, I get bored playing them. You know?
Okay.
Because as I've learned more of the guitar, I get, when I start noticing me getting stuck in that 4-chord pattern kind of thing, it actually bothers me.
Okay.
This song I started off on the piano, but I know way more on the guitar, and I started getting a little trapped, and so I switched over the chords to the guitar, and I don't know, it really took off. I really, really like the song. It's definitely one of my favorites to play, to sing. I even really like my lyrics a lot in that one. Definitely one of my favorites.
That's an interesting way of doing it. I mean it's easy. I mean it's not hard to like switch over, but I mean just the way that you play and the way that you're actually doing it's hard to see that anymore. You really don't see that in a lot of artists anymore. Like the way like your style of playing, it's something to be seen. And I'm gonna make sure motherfuckers around here see that. But fucking, I mean, yeah, man. I mean, other than that, I mean, it's like I said. I mean, what part of the city are you living in?
I'm on the south side, so I'm actually in Little Village right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think there's definitely some stuff we got to get this kid into, Peps. But I mean, other than that, man, like I said, I mean, you're great at what you do. I love hearing what you do. So I mean, you just keep up with it, man. It's like that's like the only advice like I can give you, man. Because like I said, your music is something to be heard. And I'm definitely gonna get a hold of Julio probably within the next week about possibly helping set up a recording session, getting something like that done. Yeah, right. Anybody interested in any bands out there interested in recording? Julio still does recording sessions at Under the Bridge Studio. So, I mean, you can try and contact him there or contact him through Facebook or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it then, man. I mean, like I said, music is life.
Definitely.
And without music, people would be fucking bored with pretty much everything they do.
Yeah, I mean, it sets a mood. It could break a mood. It does a lot. It does a lot.
I mean, it makes kids so goddamn.
Right.
But fucking, yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. If you want, we can play this last song for you here. What do we got? Stolen Pieces?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So this one I wrote about 2 summers ago. Just another one, just kind of jamming around. It's actually right before I joined that metal band.
Oh, nice. Take it away, man.
Midnight, now 4 a.m. I can't breathe right. I burn the truth, the night's a flame in every word. Some bag of bones rattle me with them cold stones. a piece of me, yeah. This idea that I conceived, yeah. And it's getting hard for us to breathe, yeah. When you stole a piece of me, yeah. And I may seem a little bit dark, a little bit lost, and I would try to scream. Have you left something for me? Yeah. I'm lost in this cave of abyss. I don't miss the way you latch onto me. I dismiss your parasitic ways. You torment while I'm meant to us. How do we get lost? What do we give up? We question the cost as we descend. We tend to follow the outlines of the wall, preaching on how men's meant to fall. A shallow heart won't prevail. A weak mind's meant to fail, and as life begins to tell its most mysterious tales. You try to hide the fact you're fighting tooth and nail. Just inhale and breathe, you're on your knees to kill yourself with this disease. So cure yourself, or kill yourself. Kill yourself, or kill yourself. Well, you stole a piece of me, yeah. This idea that I conceived, you're all I need is you. Don't leave. I always swore I'd hold it on for now. But here you are, just watching me drown.
All right, damn. Dude, I can't get over like your playing style. It really is amazing. And like this isn't just me just like I don't take music very lightly. Everyone who knows me, music is something very dear to me. And I don't like blow smoke up anything. You can fucking play. and I enjoy hearing music like that. So I mean, yeah, there's definitely some stuff coming on that I can get you a part of and help you out with things like that. So,
yeah, I mean, I would love it. I really do. I mean, like I said, I love music. It's like in my blood. It fuels me. It's what gets me going. I sing. I don't even know I'm singing half the time. You know,
right?
Like, just about the day. You know, actually, he's a pretty cool artist. Jason Mraz. He's got some popular songs on the radio that are okay. Like "I'm Yours." I don't know if you've heard that song.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not a big radio person. Modern music is it's not very keen to me because most of it sounds like crap now.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. No, he was out a couple years ago, but there's a song by him called "Planes." Okay. Man, the singing style of Planes is really really cool. I really like the way Jason Brand does, and that song actually has been inspiring me. I've been wanting to do something kind of with the same feel to it, but
yeah, definitely.
I haven't grasped anything yet.
Nice. Well, cool, man. That's pretty much it. I want to thank you again for coming out, dude. This has been a fucking great experience in this episode. I want to thank you for coming and do this, man.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I really appreciate you having me on the show. It was
hell yeah,
real cool. Very awesome experience.
Cool. I mean, other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. I got a couple more episodes coming up, so there's not gonna be any gaps within the next few weeks. So that should be a good thing. Keep listening. Go check it out on YouTube. Leave comments. I want to hear from the 20 people who actually listen to this. But no, that's pretty much it. You know, keep an eye out for all the shows coming up. Like I said, Vlado Fest is coming up July 15th. Hot Fun in the Summertime, July 8th at St. Simeon. Nest Fest, August 19th at Crowbar. We got a lot of different things coming up. I also want to give a quick shout out. any wrestling fans out there, like of old school wrestling, a couple friends of mine, Chris Barnhart and Nick Surdick, they have a podcast called the Dirty Hills Podcast. Talks about like old school wrestling stuff. They do reviews and like commentaries on like wrestling stuff. Anybody interested in that, go look them up on like iTunes and Stitcher and all those other podcast sites. So yeah, go ahead and check all that out. You know, throw some music on, turn your headphones up, have some fucking fun. I'll see you guys next time.